Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the stream. It is late Thursday night. As you could potentially guess, So I made this like splash screen originally for Lee After Dark, which was a plan to do like late night streams of horror games on my days off. And I abandoned that concept very quickly. And since then, I kind of just use it when I do late night streams over my my normal afternoon streams, just because I don't want to say put through the effort of setting it up, because it's literally just an audio visualizer, but I went through the effort of setting it up. I have a horrible outdated logo here. Oh no, I made it. I misaligned it. Whatever, that's it's close enough. Close enough. It still looks kind of boss. Yeah, it's true. How's it going today, Thorn? But, I'm going to be spending the next hour trying to get that straight. Whatever, let's not worry about that right now. I need to update the logo so that it's like my new one, which my new one is a lot smoother. But, yeah. So I originally had this as like a spooky horror after dark thing, and I've kind of repurposed it to just be for like late nights. So, working on a disclaimer for your VODs for the YouTubes? What disclaimer are you putting on your VODs for the YouTubes? Just that they're VOD content, or you'd expressing extreme viewpoints that may not be suitable for children? Anyway, we're playing Voices of the Void today. Or tonight, I guess I should say. I wasn't quite planning on coming back to this just yet. I was going to take a couple of days break, maybe stream something else for my vacation. But I seem to have chosen... Look, the Voices of the Void life didn't... I didn't choose the Voices of the Void life. The Voices of the Void life chose me. I think we are going to test drive this weekly seasonal change. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. I would rather do like a whole playthrough with it rather than just now. But there are things under the lake that we need to get access to: vulgar language, sexual content, violence, drug use, and radical left-wing discussions. Fair enough. But yeah, there are things that we need to get under the frozen water in order to complete our collections. So we're going to go ahead and turn on weekly seasonal changes. By default, the seasons change using the current month. So I've been playing this October, November, December, January, the last 4 months. And of course, the next month, I guess we are like 2/3 of the way through winter, but whatever, it's fine. We're going to play the game. We're going to do things. I don't actually know if this will work with, Oh. Are we good? Hello, Kerfer. It looks like spring outside. It doesn't appear snowy anymore. Is the water running? It probably is. Let's take a look, yeah? Hey, how about that? Flowing water once again. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to drive the ATV into the water, as I have done many hundreds of times in the past. It'll be great. It'll be wonderful. What is this? It's just like a little tree. It is a nice change. It's funny how, yeah, this is like the normal tile set for the game, right? Like lush green boreal forests and no snow or ice to be seen. But because we've spent like the entire playthrough in like the winter tile set and a little bit of the fall tile set, which was a bit faded, it was a little bit faded and gray. It really is a stark contrast. It's nice. It's nice. I like that there's different seasons in the game. It's a really cool effect. And I think maybe I'll play with weekly season changes on from now on. At least until there's enough content in the game to warrant, like, multiple month playthroughs of the game. I don't know. I don't know. Is this good? I think that's good. It may not be. We may have to shift this one out just a little bit. Nope, we got it. Perfect. Excellent. All right, so as usual, I have no idea where I'm at for the day. I don't know if I've done my daily tasks. I don't know if something's coming to eat me. Oh, right. So last time, we have these candles marked around the map. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. You can see them a little bit better if I bring up my hand digital map. Right there. So at the end of the last stream, we went around and we lit every single candle here. And nothing happened. Which could mean a number of things. There could be more candles. It could be some kind of time-limited thing, like maybe if you lit the last candle at midnight or 3:33, that something would happen. There could be another candle. I suspected maybe there is another candle hidden somewhere in the base. Although I have no evidence of that. That's just entirely speculative. I don't really have anywhere else to go with that line of thought, though. So I'm probably just going to give up on the candle theories for now until I get more information. Or I find something new. Or something. Okay, so we have not done anything with our daily tasks yet. Fair enough. Kerfer? It's a bit late, but we're going to try. I'm going to try to get you to do... Wait, hold on. I'm going to try to get you to go do my reports. Also, I hear... our old friend, the laser beam. I wonder if we can go hunt him down. Take a picture of him. Say, geez. Sounds like it's this way. We'll see if we can spot it from farther away this time. I've noticed that some people can't really hear the sound until I get really close to it. Which is not the first time I've had that happen in Voices of the Void. I feel like sometimes I hear. Of course, I have headphones on, and I have the audio of the game cranked up. So sometimes people don't hear as clearly as I do. So it's funny. I watched the clip of me running into this thing multiple times, and you could actually see it for a very long time. It's right there. Um, the I couldn't see it because it kind of blended in with the snow tile set. But in retrospect, it was pretty obvious. This is actually almost the exact same area that we encountered it last time. Now, we know this is a murderous entity who will absolutely destroy us if we get too close. But we're still gonna take a picture of it. Is it stuck? No. Oh. Nope. Don't come towards me. What is it? It's so weird looking. I mean, it's not weird looking. It's literally just a geometry shape. Hmm. So what does it do? I mean, I know what it does to me if I get too close, but, like, what is it doing, I guess I should say. How's it going? I'm doing all right, Woodland Dreamer. How are you today? We are dancing around a murderous shape. That's good to hear. We have also turned off winter for the moment. Okay, let me rephrase that slightly. I didn't turn off winter. So, quartz crystal shard? I'm sorry? Why does it look like it exploded out of the ground? Weird. Anyway, as I was saying, I set the seasons on a weekly rotation so that hopefully we get... What happened at the lake? Why does it look like there's a bunch of explosions surrounding it? It does make me wonder if maybe lighting the candles had something to do with that. Because I feel like I would have seen that before. Oh. Whatever that weird shape thing is gone. Maybe we need to come back here during the daytime. Does this have, like, a description? No. A piece of murky quartz crystal. That's kind of weird. Man, look at this sky. I would love to take a trip to some remote location someday. And, hello? Okay, let me try this again. I would like to take a trip to some remote location someday just to look at the sky. It's a real shame that you cannot see, like, many stars in the sky anymore because of light pollution. Is there something under here? I think there is. Oh, yeah, it's a burger. There we go. I knew that was there. I found that before. Yeah, so I guess our next step is definitely going to be to explore the lake. That's part of the reason why I unfroze it to begin with. But let's head back home. I wasn't quite planning on going out this far. You want to play this version? Is there anything you should know? It is an unstable version, and... Oh, Kerfer. Hi. Thank you. Let's walk home. 0.9D is an unstable version, and you should be expecting bugs. Bugs and issues. I believe you have to find the, like, it's on, like, a hidden download page. You have to find it on, like, the Reddit, or, I don't know, there's probably a link in their Discord as well. And, you have to put in a password that basically tells you that you understand that, it's an unstable version. As far as the actual gameplay advice goes, so the biggest change is with the hash codes and the coordinate towers. That's not really too much. You're just curious if it's worth to test out. I think it is. I think it is. But, yeah, so, like, the coordinate towers are not something that I've really had to deal with because I believe they were disabled in 0.9b. And even though I still have them enabled in the settings, I don't know where that is. I think I'd have to go out to show it. But I promise I have them enabled in the settings. I've, like, tried to turn off and turn on that feature multiple times. The coordinate towers, they decay, and you need to use fuses to keep them running for long periods of time. So getting enough points for fuses is definitely worth it in the long term, because otherwise you're going to be going out and fixing the coordinate towers multiple times. And I think there's fuses at the top of the radio tower now as well. Let me go check that real quick. As far as, like, story events, I do not believe there are any new story events. I think the invasion of the camp over there, I believe that was an event that was added in 0.8 that I just did not see in my first playthrough because actually, is this a broken fuse? That looks like a broken fuse. Why can I no longer... The fuses are breaking! I'm gonna have to maintain the fuses now! Alright! Okay, so the fuses are working as intended. Oh no, the fuses are working as intended. That means I'm gonna have to buy a bunch of them. Uh, oh boy. Okay. Well, anyway, the biggest changes, other than the fuses and coordinate towers, is the floppy disks for the hash codes, which some people dislike, other people like. I actually think it's a really good idea. Kerfer, I need you to go get a new set of reports. Thank you. But yeah, having to go and download the hash codes rather than trusting your ability to put them on a piece of paper correctly is, I think, a big upgrade. I think it's a really good change. Because it was so super easy when you had to write it all down on paper to, like, mistakenly put down an O instead of a 0 or something dumb like that. So just taking out the human error part, I think, is really useful. You'd imagine working at a place like this in real life would be lonely. Lonelier than lonely. I mean, I suppose that would depend on your frame of mind, right? There are times where I think sometimes people will take a job like this just to get away from everything. And I'll be completely honest with you, like, that's why I would take this kind of job. I would take this kind of job in a heartbeat. Like, just being able to go out, like, into the wilderness and, like, not have to worry about the normal day-to-day, the day-to-day grind would be such a relaxing experience. Yeah. Sounds like Thorn's kind of gig. Kinda, yeah. You'd love it as long as you can game on your off time. You worked graveyard shift most of your life just because you could exist in a low popular. I also work the graveyard shift. I work late at night. I'm not a people person. I never have been. Unfortunately, the job that I'm in does not involve solitude, because as I have learned over the years, despite working late nights, there are many people who are also out late at night, and not all of them are good people. We'll just put it like that. Unfortunately, there's a lot of problematic individuals that come out after dark. But it would definitely be a job that I could get behind. As mentioned, even without, like, all the scary stuff, I've listened to recordings of, like sounds from space, or, like, the rebuilt sounds from space. And it's really cool. It's really cool. Thorn's job is also very social. EMA support, Europe, West Asia, and Northern Africa support. I would love to travel. And I think that's also something that would cause me to like this job. Like, obviously, if you were doing a job like this in real life, you wouldn't be completely isolated to the base. I believe there are story reasons why we are so isolated. But, you know, even, like, being in a remote, or, like, traveling to a remote town from time to time would be interesting. Have you heard the audio they recovered from our sun solar winds? I have, actually, yeah. It's a lot of the sounds from space are actually really spooky. I remember speaking in my first playthrough about how, like, good these sounds sound like. A lot of the sounds that we hear in this game could very well be, like, an actual sound from space. What's going on here? Village camp? Wait, is my village camera down again? It is. Why does that happen from time to time? This isn't the first time... the village camera has gone down. Is that something, or is that just... that looks weird. I'm pretty sure that's just a plant out there. But it really looked like something like creeping around the fence. Anyway, we need to do another signal. But it's all fun and games until you pick up deep metallic voices in space saying exterminate, exterminate, exterminate. I can't do the voice very well. But yeah, I would think the other big thing to keep in mind if you choose to play 0.9 is this new little mini game with the, I guess you could call it the signal finder. Instead of just having one ping that you put over a signal and you push a button and find the signal or don't find the signal. You have these little, these are your coordinate towers. Like, this is what your coordinate towers are controlling. And you can move them around. In fact, I would argue that it's a lot easier to move them around than it is, that signal's going. Kerfer, please. Go away. I would argue that it's a lot easier to move them around than trying to, like, manually move them around with 1, 2, or 3. Which you can do that, but it adds half of your cooldown time to it, which is not great. It's easier to just move them around by hand. But yeah, it seems like our coordinate towers are back to being decayed or decaying, so that means we're going to have to buy lots of fuses to keep them online for long periods of time. If you go and you watch the first part of my Season 2, which I believe is already on YouTube, you can see me struggling with dealing with the coordinate towers and the fuses. You have such old tech, we can also buy Kerfer. Seems like the money isn't going where we needed it. So, that's one of the kind of interesting things about the game, is that yes, you're right. We have things like Kerfer, and a lot of the technology here is old. But, I mean, clearly they seem to believe that whatever job we're doing here doesn't require, like, the best technology. And a lot of it can be upgraded. That's actually one of the things that I really like now with the new changes is, actually I can just show it off right here. All of the changes to the ATV, all of the nice quality of life things that we used to have on our ATV, we now have to pay money for, which I think is a nice change. I've always kind of felt like the ATV was a little bit powerful, and the ATV is 0.9, at least at first, is not very powerful. Why can I only click on some things? Game, stop giving me sass. But it can become powerful. It can become even more powerful than the old ATV. You can buy a map for it. You can put a radio on it. You can get a container. It's really nice. This is the way that I feel like a lot of the aspects of the game should progress towards. Things should be really obnoxious, really annoying at the start. And then as you get money, as you put more of your time and effort into improving the facility, it should make a lot of things easier and more simplistic. I actually think one of those changes should be just getting rid of the coordinate towers eventually. Oh, it's 333. What are we going to do for 333? I guess we can look at the spooky camera. Oh, look at that. It's so scary. common belief is that this is an elevator in the bunker behind the door. I don't know how true or false that is, but I don't have a reason to not believe that. Also, I think I figured out what the problem is when I can't actually select things sometimes. I think it has something to do with the chair, the spinny chair. I think if the like back of it is in front of the PC. Here, let's see if I can line this up right. If the back of it is like in front of the PC like that, and I try to access it. No, never mind. I'm completely wrong. I thought I had a good theory there for a second. I did not. But hey, we got some good pictures of the spooky geometric shape there. Why is this picture fuzzy? You disproved it so quickly. Hey, I mean, it's still early days for this version of the game. We gotta test theories, yeah? Who knows? Maybe we'll discover a infamous bug and we'll get credit for it. I don't know. Not that I really need credit, I guess. I could probably get a lot more attention by posting clips and whatnot on the appropriate Discords, but I don't do that. I don't really self-promote that much. All right, let's get our daily tasks done. We have everything we need. We might as well, right? Not a floppy disk? No. That's correct. It's not a floppy disk. There we go. Yeah, so... Frame made me jump scare. There we go. So this is a part of the game, part of the new system of getting the hash codes that I find people don't fully understand. And it's pulling data off of a floppy disk and putting it on another one. So like when we go into viewer, we have these like blocks. This is the hash code. This is why we can no longer write down the hash codes. But it's pretty straightforward to get this info onto the right disk. You just have to move to buffer, which puts it over here. And I don't remember which one of these is yesterday's task and which one of these is today's task, so we're just going to move it all in. The actual daily task doesn't matter. And then we take the floppy disk out. We put the zip drive in. The zip drive goes in the top. It says zip. And then we'll just move all of this onto the zip drive. So now it's all on the zip drive. We have our signals and we have our data tapes. So that's basically the new system. We have signals and data tapes. The data tapes just kind of passively run in the background. And you can take them off and put them on at will. And I believe there's also an upgrade to make this progress faster. I don't really see a need to make it faster as long as you're diligent with your daily task. What do the daily tapes do? Unknown. That is not a piece of information that has been revealed to us at this time. Presumably, it almost certainly logs all the going-ons in the base. It's probably some sort of spying method. We really need to clean up this pile. That pile of stuff making noises is causing more problems than not. There we go. There's my daily task for the day. Let's go to bed, shall we? Another quiet day. We've been having a lot of quiet days lately. I know the story event stuff is over, but... I wish our neighbors were a little bit more problematic. The Ariels, our Ryrals, the cat girls, our feline neighbors have been rather quiet. Man, it's so weird that the sun doesn't come up until almost 9 o'clock. We do still have a lot of work to do in the base. We have all these cracks to repair. We still have the basement to clean. The basement's still looking pretty gross, actually. Especially under there. Ooh. And we also want to set up farming. We want to do some farming. We want to make our own food. Another dwarf planet? Come on, game. I want something truly horrifying. I'm about 90% sure we've heard this one before. Yeah. Man, look at that. It looks so different without the snow. And we also have this quartz crystal here. Yeah. We're just gonna leave this quartz crystal here. I don't know, maybe it'll realign my chakrams or something. Who knows? That's weird. It's weird that we got that. I still feel like I would have noticed that before. The reason it's bothering me is because at the end of the last stream, we did go around and light all of the candles, and it seemed as if nothing happened. I don't know. I don't know if maybe we should try that again, but end at the lake, and maybe something will happen at the lake. I don't have an answer. I mean, there's no harm in trying it again. Maybe we'll get another quartz crystal. Something wandering out past our neighbor's camp. I think it's out in this direction. It's probably a deer. But I can't really see anything out there. Okay. Well, this looks like an asteroid. It sure is an asteroid. Game told me. Seriously? If I had just gone the other way, I would have found it immediately. Alright, game. I love that they're just chilling over there. Well, let's go ahead and check our transformer stability and our coordinate tower health then. Let's see, TR check. Transformers are fine. CR check. Our coordinate towers are fine. And TW check. Radio tower health is at 1. So this health is indicative of the number of fuses at the location. Whenever it like ticks down in health, it will go down by 1. So we could buy more fuses for the radio tower. We probably should. In this case, though, I'm going to buy some scuba gear. I probably should have done this when I learned that I was going to explore the lake. But we'll go ahead and we'll do that. And then there's a whole bunch of things I want to do. First things first, well, we're going to get our scuba gear before I do anything. That just seems like the most logical choice, right? What is... What am I gonna do about that game? There's trash stuck underneath the wood chipper. Spoopy? Nah, it's not spoopy. It's just silly physics things. Alright, let's go grab the gravity gun real quick. I think I have a solution to this. If first you don't succeed, grab the gravity gun and throw it around. Honestly, it's the most logical solution, right? Let go. Get out of here. Did it work? No. I think it kind of worked. I think it got one of them out. All right, well, let's try to get the other one out then, shall we? Oops. I did not mean to smash the ATV. But, hey, we did it. Crisis averted. This is so handy. The gravity gun is so nice. We, made a little bit of a mess out here, but that's okay. Alright. Let's put the scuba mask and the tank in the ATV. We're going to just go on a casual walk up the river. We don't need the ATV for this first part. Don't worry about the disc. So, if my memory serves me correctly, there's a cup. And it doesn't always, but sometimes it does. There should be something in the river down here. I remember finding it on my first playthrough. Obviously, with the river frozen for most of this playthrough, I haven't been able to grab it. But we'll see if it's still here. Or if maybe it got moved to somewhere else. Is that a rock? I think that's a log. Yeah, that's a log. there's a car down here. That's interesting. Interesting for a few reasons. Not the least bit being that it's like half of my size. It's like a clown car. But also, you know, the bloody windshield. Something bad happened to that car. Maybe the thing that I thought was here is no longer here. Or maybe it went away a long time ago because of the ice. It's hard to say. Have you gone around with the metal detector at all? I have a little bit, but not a lot. Oh. Nope. I was wrong. There's a few places I went and checked out with the metal detector. I don't remember specifics. I think I checked out the hole. And, a couple other places. I remember back in my first playthrough, I had a list of, like, all of the places I wanted to check out with the metal detector. Ooh. I'm starting to think that this is no longer here. Huh. Interesting. So I know there was a blue strange plush that you used to be able to find in the river. And I don't know what happened to it. Maybe it did wash downstream. It's very possible that the unfreezing of the river caused it to, like, dislodge. So, like, a lot of times in this game, the chicken sandwiches are a good example, right? These chicken sandwiches are basically cemented in place until you interact with them. Wonder what happened. Wonder what happened to my beacon here. It says it's, like, over here now. Nani? I have no idea where my beacon went. But I know I set it right up against the candle. That's weird. Also, this area is extremely lush now. Maybe I could have found it if only it was a frozen wasteland. Hello, Kerfer. It's so weird seeing an entity wandering around. I just kind of assume that it's Kerfer right now. So yeah, that was a little bit of a wash. Let's head to the lake now. Because I know there's things we need to do at the lake. A location suggestion for the metal detector. As long as you're not specific about it. If that makes sense. So, like, if it's near a satellite, you could say somewhere around that satellite. If it's near a location, you could be, like, around that location. But I don't want you to be like, oh, yes, of course, just check X equals 250 by Y 284. I want to work a little bit for it. We'll just put it like that. Is there anything under the bridge? No. Yes? It's like a gore pile there. Somewhere around Transformer 3, huh? Okay. Just like a random gore. There's actually a lot of gore piles under here. Okay. We'll have to take a look then. I don't think right now. I think we're going to go to the lake now, but maybe on the way back if it's not too late. Also, I kind of poo-pooed on this flashlight when I first got it. It's actually not too bad. It's actually not too bad at all. Wait, hold on. What's this? Why? Why fix the land when you can just make a silly joke? That's funny, you love it? I love that. That's so good. That's what I like about the game. It's such a crazy mess of nonsense. I still have no idea what those things are. And sometimes you'll just encounter like a silly little thing like that that just makes you chuckle to yourself. It doesn't have to be much. It doesn't have to be complicated. Yum. Delicious. I love mushrooms. Actually, I don't. I do not like mushrooms at all. But, in-game they're not bad. TF2 is entirely held up by an image file. Yeah. I've heard stories about that. Alright, let's, how much damage did we do to the ATV? A little bit. Alright, off to the lake. So there's a couple things I need to get here. There's the locker under the water that's allegedly here. I don't really need it because it has the AI module in it, but I might as well try it out just to say that I did. I built my Omega Curfer, or I built my first Omega Curfer in a previous version where it was easier to make. The locker is what causes frame drop in the winter, apparently. I was under the impression that it was just literally everything in the water. We'll put the fire protection suit in here for the moment. There's just a hunk of meat floating out there in the water. That's good. That's always indicative of a good time. I don't see any other scorch marks with the quartz fragments. Okay. Well. Let's go ahead and equip this bad boy. Oh. I forgot how weird this was. Alright. Are we about to find a Reaper Leviathan? I already know about the Sarlacc in the middle of the lake. But maybe. Maybe we will. I know there's a lot of weird stuff down here. Or a lot of random things down here that we definitely want. Oh. Come on. This water sound is extremely obnoxious. That's not what I'm looking for, though. Isn't there, like, a pickaxe? Yeah, pickaxe. That's one of the things we were looking for. I think there were other things down here, though. Yeah, here's the locker. We can drag this out. Let's go. I can't really swim up while dragging the locker, but that's okay. Oh, hey, you can see my oxygen on the bottom left-hand side there. I don't think that was a thing the last time that I played, although I could be mistaken. That might have been something added in 0.8 that I just never noticed. It's hard to say. That's kind of the weird thing is, because I haven't really played for a year, but I did kind of play a little bit of the old version of 0.8. So, like, most of my playthrough was in 0.7. But I did play a little bit in 0.8. So it's hard for me to know what was in 0.8 and what was in 0.7. Alright, but we're not done yet. I believe there's at least one more thing down here for me. Maybe even two. Let's see. If we can find it. That's another metal chunk. That's not what we're looking for. Maybe it was closer to the Sarlacc pit. I think I did get a ping there. Yeah, so this is the Sarlacc. We don't mess with the Sarlacc. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about why there's a Sarlacc in the middle of the lake. There just is. Yep, there's the slab. I feel like there was something else down here, but I'm probably not going to be able to find it. Not this time. Why were we, like, wobbling around like that? That was kind of weird. Here's the body part. What the heck? Excuse me, game. Don't do that to me. It's like occasionally we just, like, lose control and, like, yeet off. There we go. All right, let's get out of here. Was it because of the wind? I don't know. Oh, it's because I'm hungry. That's a little bit of a problem, huh? I don't have any food. Does swimming just, like, eat through your hunger? It seems like it does. Alright, well, here's a life lesson, folks. Don't go swimming while you're hungry. It will cause you to flail around and ragdoll. And of course, I left my food at home. I have a raw shrimp pack and some raw potatoes. Alright, well, I only have one hook. So we're going to hook the slab, and we're going to take it home. We'll come back for the locker later. We're probably going to ragdoll off the ATV at least once. We're just going to try to take it slow and steady. Ooh! Okay, somehow that worked. You know what? Good enough. That was the weirdest ragdoll I've ever had. Alright, well, we made it. We, like, ragdolled onto the front of the ATV. Ow, my head. Alright, let's just go get food. And then the ATV kept, like, drifting forward. It's pretty funny. Can we get an MRE that has more than crackers? Yes. But also stew trays and more crackers. So many crackers. Also, I think that was also a 0.9 thing. The MREs have changed to food roulette. Sometimes you get a bunch of delicious food. Most of the time, you just get crackers. It's good. It's good. I like it. It's funny. All right. So here we have slab number 2/3. Where did my other slab go? Come on, game. I mean, at least I solved the other one. I'm starting to think that these have a problem. So, I don't really know what's going on in this. I have my theories. I've tried to test my theories before. They didn't work. So, if you look here, it looks like... Come on. So, you have the river. You have, like, a confluence of water. And you thought of King Ramses with return. I've already made that joke. How's it going, Silver Circus? Return the slab, or suffer my curse. Anyway, yeah, we have a river. If we're running under the theory on the other slabs, this is a rock, which, you know, I always ran under the assumption that I was supposed to float a rock down the river, which has led to me losing my marbles. As I run out here, I grab a random rock off the ground, and I go, rock? Rock float? Is rock float? And then I come over here, and I try to put the rock in the water. And spoiler warning, rock do not float. The last time I played this game, I, like, strung balloons to it to try to make it more buoyant. That just ended with the rock floating off and out. Get out of here, wood plank. That just ended with me having a rock float off into oblivion and then me never seeing it again. So, I mean, I guess it's good that I have the slab. I think I want to put it up so it doesn't, like, phase through the floor like the other two seemingly have. We'll put it over here, I guess. Right there. Alright, let's take a look here. This is done. We'll go ahead and we'll do that. How's the game right now? It's been a minute since you played last. What was the last version that you played? If I may ask. Because the last version that I played was 0.7 and then a little tiny bit of 0.8 right when it was released. And I'm having a lot of fun with the new version. It's a little bit buggy, but they have me sign a disclaimer when I downloaded it that says that I know that it's a buggy version. One of the 0.9s. I know 0.9A was really rough. It was rough to the point where I had to restart. But I haven't really had too many issues with the later 0.9 updates. I know some people have. And there's this odd bug where you can fly using the hook. But other than that, it's not bad. I don't think it is anyhow. I really thought that that was something out there. We should really just sell our password changer. I don't think I need it anymore. Or I could finally change the password to the bunker. Yeah, I could do that. That sounds like work, though. I already struggle to clean the base. I don't need more work. Ooh. Saturn? Isn't there a note here that says no. Saturn! Yes. And then Jupiter is benign. Do you think there's an option for multiplayer implemented in the future? I think it's unlikely. I don't know. I don't like getting into the single player versus multiplayer debate. It seems to happen in every game. I could definitely see people enjoying playing this game multiplayer, but I don't think I would enjoy playing it with another person. Well, let me rephrase that slightly. I think I would enjoy playing the game with another person if that person was brand new. And I think that plays into the idea of, like, sharing your experiences with others and seeing, like, their first-time reactions. It's also why people enjoy watching Let's Play content, right? People enjoy playing or watching Let's Play content because they enjoy watching people have those same first-time experiences that they had and seeing how they react to it. It's why games like Outer Wilds is super popular to watch. Like, Outer Wilds is a game you can really only play once, and the only way you can, like, regain that experience of playing through it the first time is by watching other people play through it. It's an interesting dichotomy. Should be almost done. Yeah. We'll just grab this. We'll get this ready for pickup. Honestly, that kind of, we'll call it reaction content, I guess, because that's what it is. Like, that's part of why reaction content became so popular, is because people enjoy, you get like a secondhand empathic feeling of experiencing it again for the first time when you see somebody else experience it for the first time, which is a really powerful, like, emotional response. Ooh. Here, we'll put this light here. Thanks for the follow, Silver Cirrus. And yeah, that's why. That's why, because people enjoy that feeling. It's the feeling of inclusion, of togetherness. It's the feeling of sitting down on... Ooh. That soap's going to be the death of me. It's the feeling of inclusiveness, and it's why, you know, people would sit on the sofa and watch other people play video games back before YouTube became very popular. Let's take a nap for a couple of hours, at least until the drone arrives. I've always found that that's part of the reason why I do this kind of content, is because I enjoy sharing my experiences with others. And when I grew up, or when I was a kid, I was the only person in my family that really liked playing video games. And it was kind of isolating. We used to do the same at arcades. They even had up-top monitors so you didn't crowd the player. Yeah. I think... I don't want to say that arcades was a little bit before my time, but it was a little bit before my time. Arcades were dying when I was young, although you could still go find them. But, yeah. I didn't really have anybody to share my gaming experiences with when I was younger, and YouTube and Twitch allows me to do that, and I think that's really cool. It's really encouraging. You miss arcades? I kind of do too. Yeah, I kind of do too. I think you can probably still find some arcades. Wait. That's the data tape. No, that is the data tape. Don't lie to me, game. Trying to gaslight me into thinking that I didn't have my data tapes done. Here we go. I think you could probably still find an arcade, although it would likely not be like a for-profit arcade. It would likely just be something that somebody does for nostalgia purposes. Alright. You have nostalgia for them, but you're not sure you miss them? That's fair. Alright, get in there. We probably should have just sold these data tapes. We really don't need all these data tapes from past lives. All right, Saturn's almost done. This is done. Nickelcades? Novelty was that every game was a nickel? So, every now and then, I'll encounter, like, candy gumball machines. And it used to be that, like, they're not really profitable anymore. Candy is so expensive anymore. And, most places got rid of them. But every now and then, you'll find one that, like, they've held on to it, and they've, like, kept the price at, like, a nickel or a dime. And just to say that they have it, just, like, to feed on that nostalgia a little bit. They probably make a loss, or take a loss at it, but it's about, you know, it's about sharing something from the past, yeah? Which, I'm sure Thorn has his own Twitch channel. I recommend it very strongly. He plays a lot of old retro games on his channel that a lot of them I have never heard of. But it's always interesting to see how games have evolved. And it's really quite fascinating. Anyway, I have a pickaxe now. It would be great if I could just, like, pickaxe through the wall. That means we're going to go caving at some point. Can we catch him in 4K? No, he's not going to move now. All right, well, get into the pool with everybody else then. You can get a pickaxe. You can. It's at the bottom of the lake. It's pretty dope, if I do say so myself. You use it to mine coal and tiberium in the caves. Okay, it's not tiberium. I'm pretty sure it's just the in-game representation of uranium. But it glows green and it looks cool, so I just call it tiberium. How would you react if you found out that this is only 20% of the game? Me and your buds, or you and your buds, like guessing how much of the game is done without looking at the updates and whatnot? Do you mean like 50 days of story content? Or do you mean like just overall? There's a lot to the game that I haven't even touched. Here, let's while we have this discussion, let's try. Let's try to fill my bucket. Yeah. You know what? Good enough. There we go. I think there's still a lot to add to the game. I hope that they will like clear up a lot of the story beats before they conclude the story content, because there is a lot. There is a lot in this game that needs to be explained that has not been explained yet. The interactions between like all the different races, what their goals are. Your guess is overall only 20% is completed. Things like the bunker, freezer, and village. It's hard to say. It is really hard to say. There's definitely like a greater story point going on here that we are not privy to, and there's not in the game yet. Which includes like the village, especially the village. I think the village is massively important. It might even be the most important addition that they've put in the game since... I mean, I can't really say anything because I don't know when anything else got put in the game. But I feel like that might just be one of the most important additions to the game. All the Stolas iconography, the green flame, it's a ruined village. Like, there's a lot there. And that cannot just be, like, a coincidence. It cannot just be a meme. It's not just going to be something like the cabin, where, like, you go in and you find a skull, and it's a gateway to Easter eggs, basically. I just don't see that being the case. It's too important, and again, the Stolas iconography... that word is so hard. All the, like, Stolas imagery and Goetia demons and all that stuff seem definitely tied to the wider story. Because, you know, if you look at all of our equipment, it all seems to have the same name plastered over it. It seems awfully relevant. And on top of that, you have the symbols that appear on the Transformers. I believe the goat statue also has the Stolas symbology on it. It's too important of an image at this point for it to just be nothing, to be an Easter egg, to be something spooky and cool. So if you want me to, like, make a prediction for the game, that village is extremely important to the overall storyline. What am I supposed to do with these, like, almost empty bags of concrete? I don't understand. Do we have to, like, empty out most of it? 3 units left? Oh, no. Why only send one person when the place was equipped for several? That seems like a smaller mystery to me, because I always kind of assumed, like, the obvious. We are not meant to survive. Like, that just seems kind of obvious to me. We're supposed to... We're a sacrificial lamb, basically. You can't help but think that Stolas was like a shadowy corporation that did experiments that had a bad outcome. Kind of like Kane Pixel's rendition of the Backrooms, maybe. There's very clearly a lot more going on here than we realize. But yeah, I've always kind of assumed that Dr. Kell was a sacrificial lamb. There's too much. There's too much information in the base that strongly suggests that you do not trust the people you work for. Why is this so loud? It wasn't the Bitcoin machine that was loud. It was the mop glitching into the floor. All right, fair enough. Fair enough, game. Is this almost done? Not really. You can buy soundproofing foam to make it more quiet. I don't think that's gonna be necessary. How's it going today? From a Llama Drama. I think that's how you say your name. You can correct me if I'm wrong. It's so weird. I play these late night streams and I never expect anybody to join, and then I have a bunch of people join in. Kind of answers what you were saying earlier. Why upgrade the tech when you're sending people to their demise? Maybe it wasn't always meant to be that way. Maybe initially this was meant to be exactly what it is, but it's very clear that the intentions of the location have changed. I mean, I shouldn't say it's very clear, but my speculation is that the intentions have changed, and it's no longer meant to be a place for money people. I don't know. As you mentioned, there's a lot of questions that have not been revealed, and I hope they will be. I hope this doesn't end up being a game where you're largely left up to the imagination of what's going on. We need some bombshells. We need some bombshells in the Voices of the Void lore. We need theories. We need somebody to do game theories on this. It's certainly not good. Kerfer, please. Settle down. Wait. Hold on. Is the chair causing the problem? It might be. Did we not do the... Oh, no, that's today's task. Okay, I understand. I'm stupid. Fair enough. This is today's task. Kerfer's trying to tell us future updates. Make sure you're paying attention. Yeah, Kerfer is just a cheeky bugger. Kerfer does what they want. Hey, Kerfer. Speaking of doing what you want, I should really not get your attention that way, huh?
Yeah.
Whatever, it's fine. Go get my reports. Anyway, like I was saying, like, I'm so used to, like, these late night streams attracting no attention, and I even assume that they're not going to attract attention, and then everybody just comes in and joins. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. I was not prepared for so many people. Hello? Oh, it's a red dwarf? I thought it was just a very red planet. Insane little sibling that causes trouble? Yeah. Yeah, there's a reason why Kerfer is no longer allowed in the scrap room. It's because they kept trashing it. They are a problematic child. How do you find Orange Kerfer with as few spoilers as possible? So the Orange Kerfer, without spoilers, there is an event that involves the regular Kerfer. Just the regular Kerfer, not Kerfer Omega, just the regular Kerfer. You will know it when you encounter it. because reasons. And I don't know exactly what triggers it. I believe it's just a random event. It actually like triggered early on in my playthrough of this game. Although there's multiple outcomes to that encounter, and it's not always the one that unlocks Orange Curfer. And I was fortunate enough to not get that. But yeah, it's a random event. I remember I got it during my first playthrough, and I remember reading speculation that, like, yeah, your Curfer had to be on charge, or, like, a certain charge level, or something along those lines. I don't really think that's the case. I think it's just a random event that sometimes triggers. Nibble on this jerky, and I guess we're just going to leave the rest of this here. Oh, some of this is going bad. I might just get rid of all of this stuff. If I was smart, I would put it up in my freezer, but I'm not smart. Alright, so I have to get, like... Why do I do this to myself? I need to get, like, not even, like, 5%. 3 units of cement. I swear, I'm not doing it this way. You haven't had the event happen? Yeah, I don't know how common it is. Obviously, it's fairly rare because there are people who haven't encountered it. I think we just sell these cements and buy new cement. I think that might be a more logical solution than trying to do whatever the heck I'm doing. Here, we're just going to buy, like, 5 bags of cement. There we go. Man, this still isn't done. It's almost done. I think maybe we're going to try to light all the candles again today. I don't know. I want to try lighting all the candles and lighting the candle at the lake last. Even though it probably doesn't actually have anything to do with this quartz crystal shard. This one's hard on the ears. It's kind of a shame that I can only see 2/3 of my, my spectrogram, huh? Sounds like they're having a great time. It sounds like literal agony. But what do I know? All right. Oh. 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 There we go. Alright, I guess we're just going to sell these actually. Oh! Ow! My body. I should have known that was going to happen. It is really dark outside. I'm a little concerned. The way you use the last 10 in a cement bag is taking the bucket, dipping it in an emergency shower to get to 50%. Is it that one event? I don't think so. Hello, Kerfer. It definitely feels like the vibes are off today, though. That's for sure. Kerfer, I think you stay inside today. I feel like outside is full of bad. If you're over, you put the bucket in your inventory, then put it back down. Maybe I'll try that the next time. I don't know. There's probably no harm in just selling the extras. Oh, this is so unsettling. Did you already deal with the holiday guy? I did. And the holidays are now over. It's just funny how ominous the game can feel when nothing is happening. Also, it looks kind of cool with the sun peeking through like that. Bucket loses a little bit when you put it down, when you're holding it. Interesting. I mean, it kind of makes sense if you think about it. There's a lot of... It's hard to put a bucket down and not lose some water out of it. Alright. I think we're in the clear. This looks like a much more normal color for the day. But yeah, I have the Krampus hat. Which I guess we don't really need it anymore, but it gives us yumps, so I enjoy having yumps. We'll just yump in a circle around Kerfer here. I'm sure he won't mind. Not enough space? How much crap am I carrying? Is it a recurring event, or did you completely miss it? So, Christmas... I mean, I'm pretty sure you could just set your clock to between, like, mid-December and mid-January. But it happens once a year, every year. We'll get rid of this MRE, too. So, you may... If you don't want to, like, monkey with your clock, with your system settings, you missed it this year, I guess. But it's not really a big deal if you missed it. Honestly, I don't know. It's a bit of a silly event, yeah? There we go. Your Kerfer just took off. I'm sure you'll be fine, Framalama Drama. Nothing bad will happen. I think it's like a 75 to 25% chance, with the 25% chance being like the event. But we'll see what happens. Best of luck. All right, I'm gonna get some coffee. Yeah, I'm gonna get some coffee. I'm not ready to call it a day just yet. I wanna go get the locker. I wanna bring the locker home. And I wanna light the fires of Gondor. Actually, I should have a coffee right here. Yeah. There we go. All right. Take this bad boy. There we go. Lots of cement. Everything we need for the repairs. Kerfer, you're doing a good job. Hold down the fort while I'm gone. Ooh. My ETV is absolutely filthy. Can I clean that? I don't actually know. I know there's an event to clean it. A story event that cleans it. But I don't actually know if we can clean it ourselves. Never tried. Alright. All it does is make the sounds of the damned when I spray it with the hose. So, maybe we can't clean it. Fair enough. We'll just set that down. Let's just leave. Ooh. We'll head off to the lake. Grab the locker. I don't think we're going to be going into the lake, mostly because I forgot my swimming stuff. But that's okay. Got a little bit of a save error null action there, huh? That's okay. Apparently, that's okay. Actually, do we need to take this back to base? We could just open it here. So how do we do this? Mostly I want to do this just to say that I did. I don't actually have a reason to be doing this. Oh, there we go. No, it needs... No. No, go back. No, go... How do I go... Back up. Okay. How do I go to the next thing? Why does sometimes... The heck? So, I'm just using, like, the mouse... Or not the mouse wheels. The arrow keys. And sometimes it's, like, changing the number, and sometimes it's moving. Like, what? That's weird. So that's 0. No, it's 0. What? I'm just trying to figure out how this works. Okay, so you go back. You go the other way from the way that you went when you hear the click. Got it. That's actually really cool. How do I get in? I got game. I got it. Let me in. It is a 25% chance? I don't remember where I read that, but yeah. What do you mean I can't use? Come on. Open. I got it. Let me in. There we go. There we go. The Omega AI module. Now, we don't really need this because we already have Kerfer, but it's nice to have. Who knows? Maybe we'll make another Kerfer. You know, I just had a wild idea. This is really stupid, and I don't think that this is the case. But I was just sitting here thinking of, like, other candles in the game. And there is one. There is one that we can move around. It would actually be, like, incredible for the person involved if this was involved in an Easter egg. But, yeah, I'm probably reaching here. I think it's right in here. Isn't it? Yes. Take a breath. So, here is my new insane theory. So we got this candlestick, yeah? Candle handle? This has no basis in, like, any kind of logic other than the fact that it's another candle. We have 8 candles around the map. What if we lit all of those candles and then went back to the base and lit a candle there? Do you think that would do something? Is this like a super omega ultimate secret? I don't know. I don't know. So here's what we're going to do. Let's head back to base. We're going to store up on food. And by store up on food, I mean we're going to eat until we're at 100%. We're going to check our ATV to make sure it's not, like, damaged in any way, in any problematic ways. And then we're going to go out to the candle by Sierra. We're going to start there. We're going to go the whole way around to the park. We're going to light all of the candles. And then we're going to come back and we're going to light a candle inside the base. And we're going to see if that does something. I don't know if it will or not. But it would kind of make sense, yeah? Some of our wheels have seen better days. We should probably take them off. Hello, Kerfer. So the weird thing is that, like, if we want this to be perfect, then the candle needs to be at 0, 0. Which I'm pretty sure the only place we can get to that's at 0, 0 is up on the balcony. Which also kind of feels relevant. But it may not be. Actually, it may be up on the roof. Where is 00? Is it over here? Isn't it just a corner? Ooh. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe not do that. Yeah, so 00 is like right here. It's actually like right here, but maybe that's close enough. We have a few feathers and eggs. Just a few. You're still looking for a beehive? I have not seen one. Of course, I haven't really been looking for one either. But I also have not seen one. Alright. So, let's repair our wheels. If the game will allow me. Because I don't want to be doing some crazy stunt and my wheels fall off. I think a game that I want to check out sometime that kind of feels like it has the same kind of insanity as Voices of the Void. It's a different genre, of course. But it kind of reminds, like, whenever I'm working on the ATV now, it kind of reminds me of it, is My Summer Car, which I know is super popular. I used to watch Jeff Major back in the day play My Summer Car all the time. And it looked fun. It looks fun. I'm not a car guy personally, but that would be cool. You recommend it? You play it yourself? Fair enough. I think I own it. I think I purchased it with the intention of streaming it, and I never got around to it. Yeah, salmon is a delicate fish. It's okay. You're allowed to botch cooking of it occasionally. Alright, so functionally what we're doing is we're testing two theories at once here. The first theory is that something happens at the lake when we light all the candles. The second theory is that we have to come back to base and light that candle, or a candle, in that location to sort of complete the definitely not a pentagram circle. So, ooh, I should refuel real quick. You're bad at cooking but great at baking. Doesn't make sense. I mean, it sort of makes sense. You found 3 stone candles around the map. I found all. I think I shouldn't say that as if I know what I'm talking about. I have found 8 of them. I have found a total of 8. I have marked them. I don't know what they do. At the end of the last stream, I tried to run around and light all of them, and nothing seemed to happen. So we're basically kind of testing another theory with them at this point. But yeah, stovetop is very different from baking. Baking, I might get a little bit of flack from this, but I feel like baking is a little bit more generous to mistakes than cooking on a stovetop is. Because usually you wait 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 minutes for things to bake in an oven. Meanwhile, if you're cooking like eggs or something, you have literal minutes. Like, the difference between a good omelet and a mediocre or a bad omelet is literally just, like, a few seconds. And the same thing goes with, like, steak and the like as well, yeah? I mean, people have it down to a science, but I'm not familiar with that science, so I wouldn't be able to tell you anything. All right. So the first one we're going to light is in this valley. It's back a little bit. Funnily enough, I think being in the spring is going to make this harder, because it's going to be harder to find the candles. Just heard a weird noise. There it is. Salmon is cheaper than steak? That's fair. You know, I never really take a second to look at this area of the map. That's a very interesting rock formation. I don't think there's anything to that, but it's a very interesting rock formation. It does not look like it should be standing. All right. Settle down, game. It's okay. I was just criticizing a little bit. All right. Light the candle. All right, I want to try to move quickly. The next one is on the path up to Romeo. We can go a little bit fast here. This is a straight path, basically. Let's get past the transformer. We gotta go check out TR3, too, at some point. There's one here. It is ignited. All right, next one's up at the hole. I've wanted to learn how to cook. That's something that's definitely on my bucket list. I guess you could call it a bucket list. But I want to learn how to cook, and I want to learn how to draw. Those are two things in like life that I really want to learn how to do. And it's just largely finding the time to do so. Woo! There we go. There's a stunt. And there's a flip of some nature. All right, so around back here. This is not where I want to be exactly. You're gonna have to excuse me. I'm kind of focused on this. Where is this? Right here. Okay, there's that one. So the next one is down between X-ray and whatever Q is. I don't remember what Q is. I think it's at the... Oh! Ow! My body! Ow, 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 ow. No. I am very severely wounded. I might bleed to death, actually. Just right into a tree. Oh, yep, there we go. Ah, man, a fatal accident, huh? What a way to go. All right, let's see where it left me off. If I had to guess, probably right around the time I was about to depart. Yeah, actually, it was exactly when I was about to depart. I was just fixing these tires. Not too bad. Not too bad. It could have been a lot worse. You remember when your grandmother was telling you when she was young, their babysitter screwed up the pressure cooker and apparently it exploded? Yeah, that'd be, why can't I? Okay. That'd be a terrifying event. There we go. Hold on to that, Kerfer. Nah, we're fine. It's a little bit foggy. Is it raining too? Ooh. Looks like Silent Hill a bit? I hope not. I am not a horror game buff. I don't want to be spooked. Which is funny because Voices of the Void is a horror game. But it's kind of like a horror light game. I don't really know if I would call Voices of the Void a true horror game. It's a sandbox game with horror elements, which in a lot of ways I think works a little bit better because when the scares happen, you don't expect them. But it really depends. You know, it depends on how you feel about spooky games. Horror shaped. That might be a good way to explain it too. I feel like the horror moments in the game are quite brief. Which, for somebody who is horror averse, like I am, is quite beneficial. Like horror games for the same reason you like roller coasters, the adrenaline. I gotta admit that the adrenaline rush you get in a horror game is pretty intense sometimes. Sim sandbox horror. There's so many ways to describe Voices of the Void. Are we going to really try this while it's foggy? I mean, I guess why not? I know where I'm... I have no one to blame but myself. I have no one to blame but myself. This is what I get for not buying the seatbelt. I get what I deserve. No, wait, come back. No. No, stop. Stop. No. Well, at least it's not going far. And we release the ATV back into the wild so it can be with its people. Well, at least the fog is clearing up. Why are you all the way over here? Oh, I forgot to fill you with fuel. That could be problematic. We're gonna try this. It may go horribly wrong. $30-some fuel is not a lot of fuel. Alright, let's go. It is 38 fuel. It is almost half. We're going to try not to drive around like a madman. Maybe a little bit. Maybe we give it a little boost. Because I don't know how long those candles remain lit. It could be several hours, or it could be a few minutes. Well, it's not a few minutes. I know it's got to be at least an hour or two, because that's how long it takes you to traverse the universe, basically. That's the fun part. You're not wrong. That's part of the reason why I don't have a seatbelt. I know I could buy a seatbelt, and I'd be a lot more safe when driving the ATV, but I also think it's really hilarious when I get launched out of the ATV and almost die. So we gotta have a little bit of give and take here, right? What's the point of taking risks if we're not going to take some risks, right? All right, so far so good. We gotta get around behind here. Right here. That's 3. Is that lit? Yeah, it is. All right. Road safety laws prepare to be ignored. Indeed. All right. So this is where things are a little bit heavily forested. This is where we died last time. Let's not die this time. Let's get down onto the road. And we should be okay. Yep, there's the transformer. It's right over here by this intersection. I can't... This works. Is that on? It is. I still don't know where the beacon went for that one, but it's okay. It's close enough. All right, next one's up on the mountain. I think. Yeah, it is. Let's follow the fence. I'm trying to lock in, folks. I'm trying to focus. We're at 24 fuel. It's a little bit low. I think it's over here somewhere. No, it's over here somewhere. What? No, it's over here somewhere. Why is the ping so far off the map? That's weird. Whatever, we don't have time to ask questions. We got a bunch of candles to light. Alright, there's just too many trees here. I think we have more time than I think. I just don't know how much time I have. So I feel the need to rush. Next one is between Papa and Victor. This is a spooky part of the forest. We're just going to kind of follow the ridge line. And then when we see the camp, we're going to turn right. Yeah, we're going to head this way. Fuel is low. But we're almost there. Next one is over by the, like, cylinder. The cylinder shuttle, or whatever it is. I don't really know what it's called. It's a spaceship of some kind. Ooh! Ow. Ow, my body. That was a bad one, but that wasn't terrible. Let's go get my ATV. I did so much better at this the last time. The first time I did this, I, like, nailed so many sick No. I didn't want to open the container game. I nailed so many, like, sick jumps. No, come back. You are not making this... There we go. Easy for me. Let's see, it should be in here somewhere. Yeah? It's at 650. 650. It's right here. It's funny, I kind of remember the coordinates of where they are. They're in a very specific location. All right, now we go to the lake. 13% fuel. That's okay. Again, I really don't know if this is even going to do anything. Ow. Ow. No, game. That was a good jump. Obviously, it was not a good jump. All right. All the candles are lit. Nothing seems to be happening at the lake. All right, well, let's head back to base. Let's light the last candle, I guess. I am not in the wintertime anymore. I cannot go through the water. Good to know. That's going to be a problem the entire playthrough from now on. Me forgetting that I cannot go through the water is going to be a disaster. All right, back to base. I tried to get around it. It didn't work. Ooh, there we go. There's no way this works. This would be silly if it did. All right, I completed the ritual game. Reward me. Reward me. I call upon the secret spirits. I don't think we're gonna be rewarded. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna be rewarded at all. Unfortunately. It was worth an attempt, I guess. I don't know. I guess finding this quartz crystal was just a coincidence after all. Man, I'm bummed out now. I didn't really expect that to work, but I was kind of hoping that would work. I was also kind of hoping that we would get some interesting signals. Things have been pretty... We're not going to be able to get that one. Things have been pretty quiet on the spooky signal front lately. At no point have I felt in imminent danger the last couple sessions. Oops. I pushed the wrong button there. That's okay. Okay. Oh, right. I forgot to go out to the village and turn my camera back on. I wish I knew why my camera was turning off out there. Did we already finish our daily task? Yeah, I think we did. Okay. That's nice. That means we basically have the rest of the night to ourselves, yeah? I hate this bar of soap so much. This bar of soap is evil. Excuse me. This bar of soap is evil. Yeah, we'll clean up these bloodstains from all the times I've tripped over the bar of soap. It does give me an idea of something that I want to try sometime. Just like a little experiment. So, we know that our neighbors will, like, capture or take any camera that we put in a certain radius around them. What would happen if we strapped the camera to Kerfer and just, like, walked it into base, into their base? Would they, like, kidnap Kerfer? I don't know. I guess the question would be, can we even strap a camera to Kerfer? I mean, I know Kerfer has a camera on them. Let's test this theory, shall we? Kerfer. Kerfer, where are you? Hey. Don't mind me. This won't hurt a bit. Oh. Wait. Hold on. Does that work? Can we strap a camera to Kerfer's face? We can't strap it to their face. Well, I mean, I guess we kind of can. Will you walk around like that? Well, goodbye. Goodbye! I'll miss you, Kerfer. Apparently, strapping a camera to Kerfer has allowed him the power to walk through walls. but not doors. Interesting. But Kerfer, I have to turn that camera on. Where'd you go? Kerfer. Ah, whatever. We'll find him later. Oh, it's this planet again. The one that looks like a spacesuit helmet. Or an eyeball. I am curious about how long candles stay lit. Like, is this one still on? No, this was already out. It doesn't really take very long, does it? We should probably do something about this. There's a couple waste baskets out there. Interesting. Alright, Kerfer, where are you? I have an important task for you. Where is Kerfer? Kerfer? Ow. Ow! My body. Oh, I was like stuck in the desk for a second there. Okay, Kerfer is over here. Kerfer. Follow me. Gonna activate that camera. Come on. Let's go, let's get some food real quick. Let's go on a late night adventure, shall we? Let's go, Kerfer. I wonder how close we can get Kerfer before... I don't really know what's gonna happen in this situation. I guess they could just take the camera. That would be the least interesting thing to happen, though. I also don't know why I'm doing it this way and not driving. But whatever, it's fine. We don't need to drive everywhere, folks. We can walk. It's okay. You need to take some time sometimes and enjoy the scenery. This is a very beautiful game. And it would be a shame if we didn't admire the pixels from time to time. On the road again. We are in the Alps and on the road again. Taking Kerfer to what may be his imminent demise. Oh, I kind of lost it there. I'm not gonna lie. Wonder what's up with all these radioactive signage around. I know most of these areas are not radioactive, although I did get cancer again from something or other. Alright, Kerfer. Let's see how close we can get you to the camp. Where is the camp? Why is it so dark? Oh, their light is probably lost to time. Or just covered up with a bunch of stuff. What was that weird squelchy sound? There it is. Let's go, Kerfer. Knock, knock. How's it going? Ooh. Yeah, we're just gonna leave Kerfer here. Yeah, I have no idea. Where their light went. Can I sleep here? Oh, I can. 1. We could sense something, and then we couldn't. Whatever it was not important. Clearly. Ow. What? Were they just, like, punching me for using their bed and then running away? It's actually pretty funny. I wonder if the drone will wake me up if I'm sleeping out here. I don't know, but we're getting 10 FPS. So whatever's going on, the game doesn't like it. Ow. I think that's exactly what's happening. They're like running up and punching me for using their bed and then running away. That's pretty funny. Alright, well, goodbye, Kerfer. Have fun with your new overlords. Oh, wait, there's their light. Oh, wait, no, that's not their light. Is this their light? No. Ah, whatever. Let's head home, shall we? Unfortunately, the camera is probably just going to despawn off of Kerfer. It was worth an experiment, though. It was worth a shot. I don't really know what I was expecting. I guess I was expecting them to just kind of, like, yeet Kerfer? I don't know. These outhouses are always weird. Wonder if that lettering means anything. Probably not. There we go. could, like, drag the outhouse back to base. I don't really know why I would want to do that, but... I mean, I guess I could. It would take a while. Alright, let's go. We're bringing this back to camp with us. Don't mind me. Why am I doing this? I have no idea. It just seems like a funny thing to do. Maybe we can use it in, like, a decorative way. We'll put it alongside the base in case we have to use the outside room outside. Yeah? We'll just follow the sound of the drone to lead us back home. How am I getting down here? I guess we'll go the safe way. Oh. Look, sometimes you need a little bit of chaos in your life. And chaos in this case is dragging an outhouse back to home so you can use it. Are you okay, Mr. Outhouse? You don't seem to be having a very good time. Why is there a cliff here? Don't. No. No, 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 no. Outhouse, please. Not like this. No. Outhouse. Outhouse. Step outhouse, please. Alright, we made it. Ooh. Peace in our time. So where are we going to put this? I didn't really think that through. We'll put it over here. We'll put it, like, here, I guess. Oh, well, that was convenient. Here, come on. Can you rotate around? Ooh, the game is not happy with me. Maybe we were never meant to bring the outhouse back to home, back to base. Come on. All right, now go for... Ooh. Outhouse, please. I just want you to turn around, outhouse. Please. Just turn around for me. Ooh, there's like blood in the sink. Come on. What? The heck? I'm sorry? Graphics out of date, rebuilding. What the heck is this? Excuse me, game. I didn't agree to this. I just wanted my outhouse. I just wanted to use it. Just wanted to use it for decoration. What the heck am I supposed to do about this? What? I don't want to know what this is. Is there anything in here to dig up? Maybe. Well, I better start looking. I don't. Can I open any of these? No? This is like the top crapper. Oh, I'm not getting in there. What does my map say? Nothing. Is there any of these things that are open? Maybe we could use magic. I don't have my hook with me. Why don't I have my hook with me? Weird. There's just like a whole lot of nothing here. I think this is a sign. I think this is a sign that maybe I shouldn't play reindeer games with the outhouses. Is there something that I'm trying to find here? I feel like I've already metal detected everywhere. Could it be something in the water? I don't know if I want it to be something in the water. Oh, be careful, I don't want to drown here. Something up there, maybe? I don't know. I can't even tell with my flashlight. Oh, there's my hook. Okay, so that's good. Maybe we can fly hacks out of here. Who knows? This music is a bit ominous, yeah? Oh. Alright, is there something actually up here? Not there. Not there. Don't mind me just floating around on my hook. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I would think it would be something with this middle thing. But it doesn't appear as if there's anything in there. Yeah, it seems like we are trapped. We are trapped in the poop dimension. Floating in the air in a world of turd, so it would seem. Well, I'm stumped. I don't really know what we're supposed to do here. I mean, I haven't checked, like, every single pipe. Is it filling? It might be filling. No, maybe not. It may just be the area that we're at. Yeah, like, I haven't checked every single pipe, but every single one that I've seen so far have been closed. You can't get into them. So what, are we just going to starve to death here? That's a bit grim. There was this pipe back here. But yeah, we're not getting in there. Yeah, we seem to be at an impasse, folks. And I don't really know how to rectify it. I mean, we're not in, like, a meta paranoia state. We could save the game, but I'm not saving the game. Not when I don't know where I'm going. I just feel like I'm running in circles. Running in circles in a dimension of poop. This is one of those areas that feels almost unfinished. Like there needs to be something added to either, like, get out or to kill the player if there is no escape. Because otherwise I'm just walking around trying to flush all of the toilets, yeah? What was that? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to dig the poop mound. Well, the good news is we're about to starve to death. So how's it going today, chat? How is your day going? Apparently mine is going quite crappily. Yeah. No, I don't. I don't think so. The game tried to save there, and I don't think it did. Hee hee, funny. No, not really. Feels kind of silly if whatever we're looking for is underwater. I mean, I guess we can kind of look. We're not doing anything else. Watch there be, like, one toilet. One toilet that'll free you from this dimension. And you gotta find out which. All this because I wanted an aesthetically pleasing toilet. outhouse thing. Porta potty. Poopa scoopa. Sometimes I feel like there's like a weird wind or current. But that may just be like the weird water perspective. I'm not gonna lie, the first time, like, when I first saw the walls, I thought that, like... the pipes in the walls were eyes. It was really kind of freaky. Every now and then I hear a weird noise. I'm pretty sure it's the music, though, not anything I need to be scared of. Alright, haha, game, let me out. It's a good joke, but I'm ready to move on now. Just trying to click on every toilet. No luck, huh? Alright, let's, I don't know. Oh. I guess we're going hyperspeed now. Oh! I think we went a little bit too fast there. Flight with the, bugged hook. Ugh. Sorry about that. Flight with the bugged hook is a little bit of a gamble, because sometimes you can just get going so fast that you can't stop. If I touch you again, are you going to take me to hell? Enter. Oh, look at the time. That's a 3:33 event. I understand now. It should be safe to monkey around with this now, yeah? Yeah. I really want to turn this around. Whatever, we'll just use the gravity gun later. You know, let's take a minute. Let's take a minute and clean up the roof, because I have a feeling the roof is causing some FPS problems for me. I could be wrong about that, but I have my suspicions. Give me this. Thank you. We might as well get rid of our extra... any extra thing that we have laying around for the daily tasks. The extra zip drive, the extra data tape case lid, the extra data tapes. Because we do got a bunch of those. We only really need one. You don't really need more. There's no sense in keeping it. There we go. Zip drive 2. And then let's go to the roof. Come on. Isn't there a light out here? I basically never use it. But yes. Yeah, as soon as we start touching things, the FPS goes to like 19. That's great. Go. Wonder how many nests we'll have. Or not nests, but feathers we'll have by the end of this. Probably a good couple hundred. I can't remember who suggested that I put bird nests out on the roof, but I'm pretty sure the only thing it's contributed to is lag. I mean, that's mostly because I haven't been cooking anything, yeah? So that's a fair point. If I was cooking food more often, then I would probably have a use for all of these eggs. But I don't, and I'm not. So... Now, we could probably make another curver. I mentioned it earlier. But it could be something we do. I don't really know what I do with it, though. Like, why would I want another curver? That's the big question that I have. I don't really feel like I need the one that I have, so... Sorry, I had to cough there. So okay, I had to cough there too. Wow. Okay. So the idea of building like another curver just seems a bit excessive. There we go. We're already getting so much less lag just from cleaning up these feathers. These feathers are such a lag trap. It's kind of funny. It reminds me of the roaches in my first playthrough, when I had the roach slider cranked the whole way up. There we go. The heck? The heck? We're just gonna keep an eye on that blue glow for a second, folks. What's going on over here? A light tube. Oh, well. Alright, well, there goes that light tube. R.I.P. I'm glad we saw that. That was exciting. Didn't we have a light tube? I feel like I did. We need one of those. I thought we had a light tube out. Well, it's gone now. Broomba. Broomba, please. Do you have my light tube? You have my drive box? Thank you. No, no light tube. Alright, well, have fun, Broomba. Let's see how much money we make. I didn't actually get a final count of how many feathers we sold, but we will here. 385 feathers. We sold for 385 feathers. And eggs sell for nothing. Oh, I'm glad we did that, yeah? Also, whatever happened to Kerfer and the camera? No, Kerfer's still there. The camera's missing. I mean, I can't say I'm surprised. But I am a little disappointed. I don't know. I don't know if I was hoping for them to, like, kidnap Kerfer or what, but... I don't know. I was hoping for something silly. I always hope for something silly. Is there, like... I think I saw... like... a wall-mounted med cabinet. I like the idea of that. That way we can maybe potentially actually store some of our medical stuff and know where it is instead of literally everywhere. Let's also get some food. Which we'll just grab like a couple pizzas. There we go. Alright, let's top off some of our upgrades. Why not? There we go. Our radar is significantly better now. in theory. Well, this is done. So our signal is still not done downloading. That's probably because we were stuck in the Nega realm for a while, if I had to guess. Thanks for the pizza. Get out of here. Well, the experiment with Kerfer has failed. I guess I'm going to have to go retrieve them. Unfortunately. Where do we want to put this medical cabinet? The most logical place seems to be, like, here? Maybe? Yeah, and then we could put, like, medical supplies in there. Which... Broomba probably ate them all. Broomba? There's a bandage. Pill bottle. Apparently we don't have... Apparently we don't have as many words. Apparently we don't have as many medical supplies as I thought we did. Maybe we still have some left up in the bathroom. There's a syrup bottle. We used to have a whole bunch of them on this table that Kerfer so generously knocked over. Glass trash. No? Apparently, we don't have any more medical supplies. Okay. I mean, we can buy medical supplies. No, we can't. We don't have any money. Okay, never mind. We can't buy any medical supplies. But yeah, we can put, like, the syrup bottles in here. We can put them, like, here. We can put the pill bottles in here. We can put them, like, up on top. There? Yeah. And the bandages. Just like that. And then we can close that. Don't mind me, I definitely wasn't checking for metaparanoia. Alright, well, I guess we gotta go to retrieve Kerfer, yeah? Yeah, I suppose we gotta retrieve Kerfer. Oh, and finally get this porta potty sorted. Ooh, TR3. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. Sorry, I got extremely sidetracked. All right, turn. There. Was that so hard? We forgot something? Oh, yeah! We're gonna get all of them. We're going to get the trifecta of outhouses or porta potties. And we're just gonna put them all over there. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, I got distracted by the candles. Which I'm still really kind of disappointed we didn't find out any more about that. But it is what it is. Alright, I'll tell you what. What time is it? Let's go get Kerfer, and then we'll head out to TR3. Metal detector and a shovel, we have them. We are good to go in that regards. Yeah, we'll go grab Kerfer. Go visit TR3, see if we can find something. See what cool things we can find up there. I feel like I've metal detected around all 3 Transformers in the past, but maybe something's changed. Or maybe I just didn't metal detect in the right place, who knows. We should put a camera out on that spot. There's actually a few places that I want. Sounds like a clown car. It sure does. I think that's intentional. Yeah, there's actually a few spots that I want to put cameras. So there's that spot over there. Right there. There's another spot on top of the cliff behind... What tower is this? Victor? Back there? It's basically the tallest point in the park. So go ahead and follow me, Kerfer. You can maybe help out. You can be there for moral support. And then, let's see, where else do I want to set up cameras? I want to set up a camera over by the goat statue. I think that would be a really good spot for one. And I have to go out and turn the camera back on out at the village. I still don't really know what's going on with that camera or why it shuts off. I just know that it does. Kerfer, I hope you don't die. Let's swing by the village first then. Since it's kind of on the way. I should probably also put a camera out at the lake. I know my first playthrough, we caught a few cool things on that camera. As well. Alright, Kerfer. It's not exactly what I had in mind, but I do want you to mind the ATV. Okay. You know, we're just going to go right over the wall. Because why not? It's faster this way. This looks slightly different. Some things never change. There's also a lot of blood here. I don't know why this camera keeps turning off. weird. This village is so weird. I feel like there needs to be more here, but it's also important to keep in mind that I'm pretty sure the only reason there's not more here is because it's extremely underdeveloped. Yeah, underdeveloped? Underdevelopment. It is in the process of being developed as we speak. So, yeah, who knows? Who knows? All right. TR3, let's go. No, let me out. No! I almost lost my my hook. Joe, just let me out. Just let me out, please. It's okay, game. I promise. There we go. It is very stormy. This is the point where we just get struck by lightning naturally, right? All right, Kerfer. Follow me. TR3. Let's go. I'm so... The ATV has 1 health. You know what? We're going on foot. We're just gonna leave the ATV there. Let's go, Kerfer. It's you and me on a foot venture. We'll have to take the toolkit out there to repair it. I don't want to, like, explode. That would be terrifying. Alright, goodbye, Kerfer. I must go, my people need me. Oh no, my stamina's getting bad. Plastic trash. Just a random bit of plastics trash, probably from me metal detecting out here. It's actually kind of spooky out here in a storm. It's a little bit spooky, yeah? So, Kerfer's going to go the long way around to get to me. And they're going to walk up on me and scare the crap out of me. This is the way. I wish I had my radio. I wish this rain would stop. It is quite the little rainstorm, yeah? It's been going on for a long time, too. Alright, we're just gonna start metal detecting up the trail. We get, like, caught by the insomnia demon. It's just not gonna be so bad. Ah, I knew you were coming, Kerfer. I wish I could send Kerfer back to base for food. Oh! The heck are you? Oh, it's another safe. Okay. Let's see what's in this one. I think it's 7. It's hard to hear with the storm going on. There we go. Maid. Oh no. What? For Kerfer? No, for me. This is my maid outfit. We always knew Dr. Kell was made for maid outfits. No, it'll go on Kerfer. Only because it doesn't actually change my character model. If it changed my character model, I would consider wearing it, like, for the playthrough. Let's take a look here. Maid outfit for Kerfer. Here you... Kerfer? Kerfer. Kerfer. You're giggling like a schoolgirl? Kerfer, please.
No.
There you go. Finally, you've achieved your final form. Maid fur. Ooh. Maybe not maid fur. Ah, we'll call you maid fur. Why not? Let's go. Alright, is there anything else around here? Maybe. Game, once again, thinks that I can dig through concrete, huh? Yeah, I don't think that's happening. Alright. Is there anything else? You can burn garbage piles. I think I knew that. I may not have. Game, I can't dig through concrete, game. Well, we'll never see that lighter again. You know what? I don't know why I'm trying to do that. Let's go home. I need sleep. And I need sleep. don't know. It's a hard debate whether or not I want to burn the garbage piles or sell them, because I can sell them for 3 points. 3 points is not insignificant. I think they used to be worth a lot more. But no. No, I think it's only 3 points now. I think it used to be like 5 or 6 points. Which is a nerf that probably needed to happen. Especially now, because there's 3 parts to the daily task, and it feels like the daily task gives so many points now that you have more things to spend points on, but I don't know. You don't really need points. Points seem like a secondary resources at this point. The hard thing is just getting signals. Oh, there's like so many ways to get points now. Like, I've been thinking of doing a run of the game where I just don't do any, or I do signals, but I don't sell any signals, and just see how far I can get. Which could probably work out quite well with the way the game works right now. Just gonna crab walk down the hill here. Kerfer's not going to have a problem. If only Kerfer, or I guess I should start practicing calling them Maidfer. If only Maidfer could carry us. That would be the dream, wouldn't it? Yeah. Boy, our base looks like a war zone from this distance. It still looks better than it did. I'm too tired to run. I don't think I have the insomnia demon effect just yet. So we may be able to get down here without meeting our demise. Probably shouldn't be swimming when I don't have enough stamina. But hey, it didn't come back to bite us, so. It's another one of those things. Hold Alt to confirm discard. Now we're getting the insomnia effect. You can tell. Let's see if I can find the sleep demon. You can tell where the sleep demon is based on... There he is. Hello, Mr. Googly Eyes. It's been a while. Yeah, you can tell where the sleep demon is based on the way that your cursor tracks. I don't really know how that helps you, but it's good info to have. And not this past year, but the previous year, it was extremely useful information to have because the sleep demons were prominent in that encounter, and they killed you in that one. Let's go get some sleep. We need it. Anything spooky out on the balcony? Not today. There we go. All right, we'll recover our sleep juice, and then we'll probably call it a stream. Our FPS is really bad at the base. You feel like if I ever do a chill Voices of the Void stream, it could just be cleaning and fixing things up. Then, yet again, your Voices of the Void streams are already chill. I try to keep things chill. I don't like So when I look at people's Let's Play content, I would rather have somebody who's just like chilling, playing the game and having fun than somebody who's just like yelling and screaming and overreacting to everything. Um, that's just my experiences. So I try to keep things pretty chill. I like being laid back. I like enjoying the vibes. I should use the radio more. I have a bunch of cool spacey music that I could be listening to. Kerfer? Oh, whatever it is gone. Is the next stream going to be Voices of the Void, or is it going to be My Summer Car? And what time is it going to be at? I don't usually have times for my streams because I don't have a schedule for them right now. I'm on vacation right now, which is why I'm streaming so much. But when I go back to work, I'm not going to have a set schedule that's set enough for me to really plan. Hold on. I think I know what was going on. I thought I heard something around behind the base. No? Maybe I did. This is, suspect. And as for what it's going to be, there's a bunch of games that I want to finish. And I also started Loop Hero as well that I want to keep going at. I don't usually decide what game I'm going to play until the day of. Basically what I'm saying, I guess, a long-winded story, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I don't know what I'm going to be playing. We're definitely not done with Voices of the Void. But there's a lot of games that I want to play. I don't know if I want to get into My Summer Car yet. It's definitely a game that I want to get into. But I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of commitment. I'd have to learn how to put a car together. I'm just an in-the-moment person, just like you. Yeah. And there's also other ongoing series that we have. Voices of the Void is only one of them. We also have Caesar 3, Majesty 2, Dyson Sphere Program. And not all of those games are going to be for everybody, and I understand that. I don't expect people to stick around for games that they're not interested in. That's unreasonable for anybody to expect. Not everybody's going to like everything. And that's just the way that it is. But I think my next stream, the next time I play Voices of the Void anyhow, I'm definitely thinking we're going to be trying to get the base cleaned up. I can't even say that with a straight face. I would like to get the base cleaned up, but every single time I try to get the base cleaned up, it goes horribly wrong. I get distracted, or I do something else, or a spooky monster pounds on the door in the basement, and it makes me sad. As long as you have stuff to watch, you're fine. You work from home, so you need entertainment. I wish I could work from home, but sadly, I do not. All right, but I think that's going to be everything for this stream. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Let's make sure that I can save and exit before I actually say goodbye. There we go. But, yeah. Until next time, folks. Happy gaming. And thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it.